Hey for lifers, it's your girl Tiana here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me to become a part of the family here.
For all time's sake.
Today's video is in a different setting. We're actually in my bedroom because I just wanted to switch it up, really. I just wanted to switch up the scenery, and I wanted to be chilling for this video. So my water's way over there. I wanted this to be a coffee chat, but I did not feel like drinking coffee today. Then I was thinking, we could do a smoothie chat, but I'm also not really in the mood for a smoothie. So we're gonna stick to a water chat because I need to get my water intake up. So let me actually go get it. Y'all, I'm real life chilling today with my outfit. I'm chilling. It's comfy, it's cute, it works. But today's video is a little bit different. It's something that I've never really done on this channel before. Let me get comfortable. Give me a second. There we go. It's a type of video I've never really done on this channel before, and I was also super apprehensive to record it and put it on this channel. But then I had to think about the fact that I'm a person, and some things, like, I've battled with kind of holding my tongue for a lot of things throughout my life, but it's become worse like this last maybe 2 years or so, and I'm kind of over it and I need to speak on it. So based on the title of the video, we're having a serious conversation here today. And really the topic is just like, it's basically teacher burnout, and it's a real thing. Oh, the title, obviously I'm not at work today. I did not go to work today, and technically today is Sunday. It feels weird to me saying like I didn't go to work today, but it's Sunday. Obviously not. But when you see this, it'll be Monday, February 7th. And obviously I did not go to work today. And there's a reason behind it. And the reason is that, like I said, teacher burnout is a real thing. Like, teachers are tired. We're tired, we're overworked, we are exhausted. And it can be so draining to just keep going when you literally are running on fumes, like you have nothing left to give. And before I really get into this, first like and comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But before I really get into this, I don't want people to think that I don't like what I do, because typically anytime somebody like complains about their job or their profession, people's first reaction is, well, why don't you just get a new job? Or why don't you just switch what you do? And it's like, I love what I do, but just like everybody, like, there's got to be a reset button. There's got to be a break. There's always going to be things that are not going right that you like want to kind of vent and let out, and that's just what this is. So please do not think that I don't like what I do, because I love what I do. I love my students 110%. And this, and in no means has to do with my students or, you know, that the people even that I work with. It's just I'm burnt out, y'all. Like, if you have kids, young kids in the elementary, you know, school age, or even middle school and high school, like, please appreciate their teachers, and just, you know that we are doing everything that we can every single day to help your kids. And it may not come across to parents that we are, but trust and believe me wholeheartedly, we are doing everything that we possibly can. From my point of view, personally, sometimes it can feel like it's not enough, or it can feel like I know I'm doing everything I can. I'm giving everything I can. I'm doing everything I can. I'm spreading myself so thin. I literally have no more to give or to do, and either the kids are still struggling academically or behaviorally, and it can be hard to get support from parents at home. So sometimes my biggest thing and my biggest reason for just needing a day, even though we had the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I felt like I still needed a day because last week was rough. And again, nothing to do with the kids. It's just like mentally there's so much to process every day, and it can be draining. Take a day, y'all. mental health is for real, and you've got to get a hold of, your mental health and how you cope with things and what it is that you need to do. And I just feel like I've been running and not taking a minute to breathe, rest, relax, and reset. And I knew that if I just jumped right into Monday, I was not. And like, y'all, I had my sub plans out on Friday. I put my sub plans out on my desk on Friday. I set my classroom for a sub. I did everything that I possibly could, but it was just an option. I was just like, oh, it'll be here just in case when the weekend comes. I realized that I don't want to go. I can't go. It's not that I cannot go on Monday. Or if the weekend is enough for me to regroup, re-energize and things like that and get it together to be prepared. And it just turned out that I put in for a sub and I could not be at work today. Well, let me just kind of like go back a little bit, because I don't want to just, be saying all these things with really no context. If you don't know, this is my third year teaching. I'm a third grade teacher, third year in third grade. I've literally been in the same classroom for all 3 years, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Love the school. I love everything about the kids, the families, everything. But my first year teaching was when COVID shutdown happened. So my first year was amazing. The kids, the parents, everything. I could not have asked for a better first year. But COVID shutdown happened, and as you know, as everybody knows, that kind of turned everything upside down. And since then, it just has not been normal. Like, everything before COVID, and I was only in the classroom for like a semester and a half before a shutdown happened, so I can't really speak too much on the classrooms pre-COVID, because I only had a semester and a half experience really in the classroom as a primary full-time teacher, aside from my student teaching opportunities in college and things like that. But the stress really that this pandemic has caused, and I know you guys see it, it's literally all over the news, it's all over the news. It's ridiculous. And one of the main things that kind of was the motivation behind this video as well was, when I was in the gym the other day, and I feel like I say it every video, like y'all probably getting sick of hearing me say it, but I watch the news when I am doing my cardio, so like treadmill and stuff. It makes it go faster, and I don't watch the news here, so that's how I get, info on what's going on. But they literally were talking about the unemployment rates for the country and the numbers and just like what everything looks like currently. And they were saying there were, I cannot remember the exact number now. I think it was like 147,000 vacancies in the last like 6 months, or those numbers may be off, but it was something like that, something really high for like the unemployment rate. And then like the very next clip or the very next segment was about teachers leaving. And I just was like, I honestly can relate to a teacher just getting their things and walking out, because the stress is really like uncomparable. It's not to say that we don't know how to handle it, we don't know what to do, we are struggling, we're just running from it. It's like I said before, we're doing everything we can, but it seems as if it's not enough, and it's really hard. And I mean, we're having to bring up kids that have deficits from a year, 2 years ago, and we're pushing them through. We're continuing to push the kids through, and it can be stressful. It's a lot to handle, and it's a lot. Sometimes if you're not feeling the support, if you're not feeling the support, or you're not feeling like you've got everything you need as a teacher to be successful in the classroom to then give to the kids. And I don't even literally mean like tangibly give to the kids. I mean like, if you don't have everything that you need to feel supported, it can be very hard to find the motivation to keep going. And it's not even about the pay, because yes, it's a fact that teachers are well underpaid for the work that we do. I'm not going to say underpaid just to be underpaid. We're underpaid for the work that we do. And there's a difference. And if you are not seeing that difference, I want you to take a minute and think about that statement. Teachers are not just underpaid. We are underpaid for the work that we do. If you're not understanding, I need you to pause this video and think about it for a minute. We are with the same 20, 25, 30 kids a day, and it can be draining. We're doing rigorous work. I feel like I'm just complaining. I literally feel like I just sound like I'm complaining. And I don't want it to be that I'm complaining, because I'm absolutely not. I'm just letting it be known that from an actual teacher point of view, the things you see on the news are true. The things you see, the teachers not wanting to come back, like the substitute, this sub shortage is ridiculous. It is so crazy. And I see these things on the news and I'm like, wow, it's not just my area or the surrounding areas. It's not just, my school may be struggling to find subs one day. And some of it may be due to COVID. Some of it may just be because people need a day. Some of it may just be because people are going on vacation. But the sub shortage is really a thing. It's real. And the teacher shortage is real as well. I just feel like we've got to appreciate all that teachers do. I feel like it's easy with any profession. It's easy to appreciate what, somebody does if you're in that field. Like, I appreciate what I do. I appreciate what the teachers around me do. I appreciate what my administrative team, does for us. But if you're not in that field, it's hard to really appreciate. And there are a lot of parents that are super appreciative of, their child's teacher. And then there are some that it's like, oh, well, that's not my job. I'm not going to do that. And it's like, we're kind of a team. Okay, I'm with your child for 180 days out of the year, 6 hours a day. We are a team. We've got to work as a team. So the idea that, oh, well, she's the teacher, he's the teacher, I'm not going to worry about that. Like, we've got to let that go, because that's just adding to the stress and the teacher burnout, in my opinion. But yeah, so really, I just feel like it's important to be real, because there's no reason to mask anything. And I would be feeling like I'm doing a disservice to myself if I know that I want to put out such a video and don't, because, well, I don't want it to fall into the hands of the wrong person. I don't want to jeopardize my job, because that's not the case at all. And I don't feel like I'm saying anything bad to bash or whatever, because that's not, please believe me when I say that's not the case. But it is just like, teacher burnout is real, y'all. And my match is lit. It's lit. It's done. It's done. It's down to nothing. And as hard as it is to like be away from my students for a day, because I really don't like being absent, because I love being around my kids. I really do love my students. And sometimes it is more work to get things together for a substitute. It is sometimes more work to prepare for a sub than it is to just be there. But mental health is real, and you've got to take that time for yourself. It's so easy for people on the outside looking in to say, well, teachers get summers off, teachers get breaks at, weeks at a time, couple days at a time. And it's like, we do, but that does not make up for everything we're doing every single day. Just because I get a summer off away from the classroom, granted I'll, do summer school and different things like that. And just because we get Christmas break and we get, spring break does not equate. It doesn't make up, because we're still doing like overly amount. Like, we're doing a lot. The job of a teacher is a lot. Please don't ever think that teachers are lucky because we get summers off and we have, all these days off. Like, we still work for that, and it's deserved. It's well deserved, because we do so much. But still, it's easy to feel like you need an extra day. And it's like, we literally have February break next week, 17, 18, that Thursday, Friday into the Monday. This is our last full week, and I just knew that I was not going to be able to make it to work on Monday, February 7th. So I prepared myself. I need a day. Sometimes you just have to remove yourself. Let that action keep going, so that the other people come back refreshed, revived, and they're ready to go, so that you can then put yourself into a position that's already kind of handled and back together. Because trying to come into something where everybody's trying to, and when I say come into something, I mean from the weekend into Monday. Trying to jump into a Monday when everybody's kind of jumping into a Monday, and Mondays are Mondays, and we all know how Mondays go. So for me, it was like, okay, I need to let other people kind of get their groove first, and then I'll jump in. Then I'll jump in, not to follow anybody else's groove, but I cannot come into chaos. I need to come into organization because my last week was very chaotic. So sometimes it's like you just, like I said, I know for me as a teacher, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing everything that I can for my students, and I will continue to do everything that I can for my students to bring all my students up and to support all of them, you know, as needed. And in return, I just feel like as a teacher, I would like that same support.